So hello grade 10. So for today, I'll be discussing with you the introduction to arithmetic sequence. So please remember the notations for terms of the sequence. So we have here a sequence 3, 5, 7, 9. So the 3 is the first term, 5 is the second term, 7 is the third term, 9 is the fourth term. And then as you notice, we have 3 dots here. So ang tawag natin sa 3 dots na yan, that is the ellipsis. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Meaning to say that hindi dyan nagtatapos ang terms. Ibig sabihin, meron pang katuloy yung term na 9. So it only means that our sequence is infinite or it goes on forever. Another thing that you need to remember is how we give notations to our terms. So for the first term, dinedenote natin to ng a sub 1. So as you can see here. So binabasa natin yan as a sub 1. Ang ibig sabihin yan, kapag ang term ay nanotate or kapag ang term ay merong a sub 1, meaning to say that is the first term. Likewise, kapag ang term naman ay a sub 2, meaning to say that is the second term. Katulad ng nakikita nyo dito, class. A sub 1, meaning to say 20 is the first term or the term 20 is the first term. A sub 2, the second term, ang ibig sabihin yan, our second term is 18. A sub 3, which is 16, meaning to say our third term is 16. So that's the way on how we put notations on our terms. Now, let us define arithmetic sequence. So an arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression in other books is a sequence where each new term after the first is obtained by adding a constantly called the common difference. The end term of arithmetic sequence is, okay, so here is the formula for the arithmetic sequence. We have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 multiplied to d. What do we mean by a sub n? That is the nth term. So yan yung usually hinahanap natin sa mga solving natin under arithmetic sequence. A sub 1 is the first term. N is the number of terms or yung total number of terms in a sequence, and D is the common difference. Common difference, ito yung ina-add natin after the first term. Okay? Ito yung pagitan, ito yung value sa pagitan ng mga bawat term. So paano natin hinahanap ang common difference? We just simply subtract the second term to the first term, or pwede rin yung third term to the second term, and so on and so forth. So let us have an example here. So the following sequences illustrates arithmetic sequence and their pattern. So we have this arithmetic sequence 4, 7, 10, 13. So ano yung pattern? The pattern is adding 3 to get the next term. So meaning to say, after ng first term, which is 4, nag-add tayo ng 3 para makuha natin yung susunod na term. So 4 plus 3, 7. And then para makuha na naman yung susunod na term, mag-a-add ulit tayo ng 3. 7 plus 3, 10. Then after na naman ng 10, mag-a-add tayo ng 3 para makuha natin yung pang-apat na term, which is 13. Okay? So yung number or yung value na lagi nating ina-add doon sa ating arithmetic sequence, that is the common difference. So ang common difference, hindi lamang siya puro positive integer. Pwede rin siyang negative. Katulad nito, 12, 5, negative 2, negative 9. So as you notice, class, yung ating sequence dito ay nagdi-decrease ang kanyang value. Meaning to say, yung first term ay mas mataas dun sa second term. Ibig sabihin niyan, yung trend or yung ating sequence ay pababa. So kapag ganyan ang ating sequence, ibig sabihin, yung ating common difference ay negative. Katulad nito, adding -7 to get the next term. Ang ibig sabihin yan, para makuha mo yung susunod na term after ng 12, mag-a-add ka ng -7. So 12 plus -7, the answer is 5. 5 plus -7, that is -2. -2 plus -7, that is -9, and so on and so forth. So, ang ibig sabihin lang ng mga pattern na ito na nakikita nyo, these values are the common difference of their respective arithmetic sequence. Now, for our exercise, please find the pattern of the following arithmetic sequence. So, gusto ko kumuha kayo ng papel sa tabi nyo at try nyong hanapin kung ano yung mga pattern dito sa mga arithmetic sequence na nakapaskil sa inyong screen. So, I'll be giving you, I think, 15 seconds to solve the pattern of the following arithmetic sequence. And after the allotted time, I'll be revealing the answer. So, I think you're done. So, let us check your work. Sana makuha niyo lahat yung ating pattern. Here it is. So, the answer in number 1 is, the pattern is adding 4. So, meaning to say, nag-a-add ka lang ng 4 sa bawat susunod na term. So, 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 4, 16. Number 2, our pattern is adding 3. So, meaning to say, nag-a-add lang tayo ng 3 sa bawat susunod na term. Number 3, adding 4 again, meaning to say, nag-a-add lang tayo ng 4 sa bawat susunod na term. Number 4, adding 6. So, nag-a-add lang tayo ng 6 sa bawat susunod na number. And number 5, adding -3, meaning to say, nag-a-add lang tayo ng -3 sa bawat susunod na number. So, 17 plus -3, that is 14. 14 plus -3, 11. 11 plus -3, that is 8. Now, yung pattern na nakuha natin, ang tawag natin dyan, that is the common difference of their respective arithmetic sequence. So, therefore, the common difference D, okay, so the common difference is denoted by letter D, will be a positive number if the terms are getting larger. And D will be a negative number if the terms are decreasing. So let's go back here. So our D or common difference here is positive. Why? Because our arithmetic sequence is increasing. So pataas ng pataas yung value ng ating sequence. Whereas dito sa example number 5, our common difference is -3. Kasi ang ating sequence, nagdi-decrease ang kanyang value. Okay? So remember that point. So another thing on how to determine or to obtain the common difference of an arithmetic sequence is that you just simply subtract the second term to the first term. In this example, hindi second term at first term ang pinag-subtract, kundi ang pinag-subtract is yung fourth term to the third term. Because in general rule, in finding the common difference, you must subtract 2 consecutive terms to find the common difference. So when we say consecutive, yung magkasunod na number. So katulad nito, magkasunod ang 5 and 12. Pero hindi mo isusubtract 5 minus 12. Instead, ang gagawin mo, isusubtract mo muna yung second term dun sa first term. So 12 minus 5, that is 7. 19 minus 12, 7. 26 minus 19, 7. 33 minus 26, that is 7. And since puro 7 ang nakukuha mo doon sa mga terms dun sa two consecutive terms na pinagma-minus mo, ibig sabihin that is their common difference. So in this sequence, our common difference is 7. Katulad nito, our common difference is 6. So paano natin nakuha yon? So 8 minus 2, 6. 14 minus 8, 6. 20 minus 14, 6. 26 minus 20, that is 6. Since constant na nakukuha natin ng 6, that 6 is considered to be the common difference of that sequence. Okay? And since alam na natin ang common difference niya ay 6, we can easily continue this sequence. Ano kaya yung susunod na number dito? Kung ang common difference ay 6. Tama. Ang susunod na number dito ay 32 because 26 plus 6, that is 32. And then kapag itinuloy mo yon, 32 plus 6, that is 38. Then kapag itinuloy mo ulit yon, 38 plus 6, that is 44. Katulad nito, kapag itinuloy mo yung sequence na nakalagay dyan sa taas, ito yung mga susunod na terms, 32, 38, and 44. Another thing, the common difference of this is negative 5. Why negative 5? Because if you subtract the second term to the first term, 45 minus 50, that is negative 5. And like what I said a while ago, kapag pababa ang ating sequence, ibig sabihin lamang nun that our common difference is negative. Kaya negative 5 yung ating common difference dito. Okay? And since alam na natin that the common difference is negative 5, we can easily get the succeeding terms. So, nag-end siya sa 30. So, kapag kinuha mo yung susunod dyan, anong susunod? That is that is 25. So, minus mo lang yung 30 sa 5. So, 30 minus 5, that is 25. And then 25 minus 5, that is 20. And so on and so forth. So in order to identify if a pattern is an arithmetic sequence, you must examine consecutive terms. You need to examine yung mga magkakasunod na number. Kapag sinabi natin consecutive, yun yung magkakasunod na number. So if all consecutive terms have a common difference, you can conclude that the sequence is arithmetic. So ibig sabihin, kapag lahat ng common difference ng arithmetic sequence ay pare-parehas, ibig sabihin that sequence is considered to be an arithmetic sequence. Now, so let us have our exercise number 2. So, find the common difference of the following arithmetic sequence. So, sorry for the typographical error here. So, I'll be giving you again 15 seconds to answer or to find the common difference of the following sequences. So, I want you to solve it in your paper. So, your time starts now. So I think you're done. So let us reveal and check if you got all the correct answers. Okay, so our common difference for number 1 is 4. So paano nakuha yon? So 12 minus 8, 4. And then you can also check if you got the same common difference dun sa magkaibang consecutive terms. Number 2, our common difference is 3. Okay. For number 3, our common difference is negative 2. Negative siya. So as you inspect our sequence, nagde-decline or nagdi-decrease ang value ng ating sequence. Number 4 is also a negative common difference, which is negative 4. So as you inspect the sequence, bumababa yung value ng ating sequence. And then number 5, the answer is positive 5. So if you got all the correct answers, congratulations. Now, how to find the nth term of the sequence? So if you have a sequence with a pattern, you'll often be asked to find a certain term later on in the sequence. So if you have an explicit formula for the sequence, you just plug in the value for the n that you need. But sometimes they don't give you a formula. For example, your teacher may give you the sequence 5, 7, 9, 11 and ask you to find the 20th term or the 100th term. So in this case, binigyan ka ng sequence ng teacher mo, which is 5, 7, 9, and 11. And she asks you to find yung pang 20 at pang 100 na term. Mahirap isulat isa-isa yung mga terms hanggang sa maabot mo yung hinahanap na term. So una, dahil napakatrabaho. Pangalawa, may chance na pwede kang magkamali. So pwede mo namang makuha yung tamang sagot, pero ang danger lamang nun is matrabaho siya at may posibilidad na baka sa sobrang dami ng nililista mong terms ay mamali ka. Okay, so paano natin gagawin yun? Katulad ng nakikita nyo. Inilista niya lahat, okay, ng mga terms. Itinuloy niya yung ating sequence at hinanap niya yung pang 20 na term. So nahanap naman niya yung pang 20 na term. Kaso sumulat na siya ng maraming terms. Paano naman kung yung 100 term ang hinahanap natin? Ibig sabihin, kailangan niyang ituloy itong ating sequence. So imagine, napakamatrabaho at prone into mistakes kapag isusulat natin isa-isa yung ating mga terms. So para matulungan tayo sa ganung problema, merong formula ang arithmetic sequence. So flash in your screen is the formula for arithmetic sequence. So paano natin to binabasa? So it is read as a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus d multiplied by the quantity of n minus 1. In other books, yung d natin pwede siyang nandito after ng n minus 1. So a sub n is the nth term, yung hinahanap nating term. A sub 1 is the first term. D is the common difference. And n is the total number of terms. So please, grade 10, remember this formula. This is important in our succeeding lessons. So for example, your teacher asks you to find the 8th term in the sequence 10, 14, 18, 22. So pwede mo namang isulat, ilista hanggang sa maabot mo yung 8th term, makukuha mo yung sagot. But we need to use our formula. So here, as you can see, hinanap muna natin yung common difference. Our common difference is 4. So remember that ha, our common difference is 4. Now, we need to find all the needed information. So our n is 8 because we are finding the 8th term. So we assume that there is a total number of 8 terms. And then our a sub n is a sub 8 because we're finding the 8th term. And then our a sub 1 is the first term. Of course, our first term in the sequence is 10. And then nakuha na natin yung common difference kanina, which is 4. So by simply substituting or plugging the information that we got in our formula, katulad nito, sinubstitute lang natin. So a sub n becomes a sub 8, a sub 1 naging 10, our n is 8, and then our d is 4. So by simplifying, unahin muna nating i-simplify yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. Remember, during your grade 7 days, that yung mga quantities or mga given na nasa loob ng parenthesis, sila muna yung una nating isi-simplify. That is the rule of PEMDAS. So 8 minus 1, 7, and then 7 times 4, 28, then 28 plus 10, 38. Meaning to say, this 38 is the eighth term. So imagine by simply following and using the formula for arithmetic sequence, nakuha mo na agad yung sagot. So hindi mo na kailangan magsulat, maglista pa hanggang sa maabot mo yung eighth term. Bagkus, you can just simply use the formula for the arithmetic sequence. Another example. So find the 10th term in the sequence 80, 75, 70, 65. So I want you to have your paper beside you and try to find the 10th term of this sequence. So una, hanapin nyo muna yung first term, and then the common difference, and then the total number of terms. So I'll be giving you 10 seconds and let's see if you got the correct answer. Okay, so let's check if you got the correct answer. So here, so I think I got the wrong slide here. Okay. So what do you think is your answer here? Okay, so I want you to concentrate. What do you think is your answer here? Okay, so if your answer is 35, then you got the correct answer. Okay, so let us have our exercise again. So find the end term of the following sequences. So I think you're done. So let us check if you got all the correct answers. Okay, so for number one, find the sixth term of the sequence 4, 7, 10. So the answer is 19. Number two, find the seventh term of the sequence 99, 96, 93. So the seventh term is 81. And number three, find the 10th term of the sequence 2, 5, 8, 11. So the 10th term is 29. So I hope you have understand the topic or the introduction for the arithmetic sequence. So in the succeeding video, I'll be giving more examples on how to solve for the nth term of the arithmetic sequence. But for now, you need to remember the notations for arithmetic sequence, the parts of the arithmetic sequence formula. Para sa susunod nating video is madali nyo na lamang masolve kapag hinahanap natin yung nth term. And for that, thank you for listening with me.